All right, we are live. I forgot how much I enjoy this. This is, man, this. I don't know why I stopped. I mean, I do know why. It's because I hate taking losses on stream, but we already went over this yesterday. I'm not caring about that anymore. We're just gonna have fun, trade, and I'm gonna do the best that I can, and it's gonna be a vibe. So, yeah. Oh, I should get chat on my phone. Hang on. Oh, my phone's dead. Never mind. Okay. So, let's talk about what's going on today. So, also, I fixed the crosshair thing, so if the crosshair doesn't glitch anymore, which is way nice, because that was really annoying. I'm pretty sure I fixed it. There's a chance that it's not completely fixed, but you know what? I'll figure that out in a few days if it starts to glitch again. But I think it's because I had too many of the TradingView tabs opened at the same time. So, anyway, let's talk about what's going on. And now, obviously, I'm trying not to get into it too much because at the end of the day, we are just sitting here waiting for our setup. But I still think it's fun to talk about what's going on. So let's do some top-down analysis and talk about everything. So first, we got this weekly candle body close above this weekly breaker. And so now we have unemployment coming out in like 6 minutes. So maybe we'll get a one setup for life, which would be really nice. That would make our lives really easy today if we could just get a one setup for life. But you can see how we got basically a change of state of delivery on the weekly, and then we came back in and filled this breaker, right? So you can see how this is essentially a weekly 4-hour model right here, right? This is kind of what I see right now. Weekly. I mean, this is just the most obvious, straightforward thing to me. And I like it when these models are obvious, because when they're not obvious, it's easy to make them up when they're not there. But this one seems like it's kind of hard to deny, right? This one seems like it's actually pretty good. So, weekly breaker, and then you have a sweep of this low. And then internal sweep of this low. So I'm personally seeing this as a buy model right now. And we do have draws on liquidity above. We have previous week's high. So we're probably going to go hit that soon. And we have this high over here. So let's mark both of those out as draws on liquidity. Boom and boom. And we have previous month's high way up there. So, but we do have unemployment coming out, and I think I don't even know, relatively soon, 4 minutes. So we gotta hop on to the lower time frame charts in case we get anything. And I'm really liking this setup now. I'm realizing I really don't need more than one screen to trade. Before I was trying to use 3 screens, and I really just need one screen. And so, because at the end of the day, I'm just sitting there watching price. So I'm going to have one for my chat and OBS. The middle one, I'm going to be on Tradeovate where I can execute. And then on the right here, I'll be charting everything. So I think that's a way smarter way to do it. I don't think I needed 3 screens just to trade. I don't know why I used to do that. But let's get rid of all these extra lines now. So weekly breaker, sweep, and then you can mark the change of state of delivery either like this or like this. Either one. Probably mark it out like this. I don't know. I don't know which one's better. Might be better to do it with this. Okay, 4-hour change state delivery. And yeah. Let's hop down to the lower time frame. So actually, let's project this out. Which one should we use? This lines with that. Okay, I think this is the one to use. You see how the second and the first line up with each of these? It's perfect. So, yeah. There we go. First standard deviation. And let's check for liquidity pools on the far other side of the curve. So, I haven't talked about this much on stream yet, but I have this tool where I can measure out the volume in a range, and it basically just helps you know like exactly where transactions happened. So I can go like over here, and I can go, okay, I'm gonna measure out from here to here. And we have a decent amount of volume that's still in this area. So I think that's reason to still possibly go higher. So this is all one giant chunk of volume. So see, I think we'll run through here. We might want to check and see if we have any. There's really good LRLR up here, right? This is really good LRLR. So this is something we're going to want to look out for. But we should hop down to the lower time frame chart and start watching for trades, because there's no point in staying on the higher time frame right now. We got to get to the lower time frame. I'm curious if that... No, that's fine. Let's just go down the lower time frame. So we left equal highs. We have this 15-minute fair value gap, which could actually be perfectly placed in discount. Unemployment should have just came out. Did it? Not seeing anything. This is nice right here. To go run those equal highs. But whatever. So 15-minute for value gap. And I believe it's in discount, right? go. 15-minute fair value gap is in discount. Sick. We see we barely tapped discount. So my guess is now we're going to push back higher up towards previous week's high. Seems like that's a draw. So we might actually get a trade here relatively soon. So we'll be on the lookout here. Try not to force anything though, because the more you look for trades, the more you're gonna take something that's not there. All right. So, yeah, 15-minute fair value gap, and I'm gonna get out Tradeovate just in case we get anything. And yeah, like I said, I don't care if I lose. I don't care how many days in a row I'm not trading perfectly. I'm still going to live stream every day. So I just enjoy it. So we'll mark out that we tapped discount here. Now, I'm probably going to inverse this. You could just maybe take that up to previous week's high, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of... I'd rather have a more obvious sweep, I think. Plus, you can get a lower time for entry. Whoa. Was that unemployment? Okay, let's be on the lookout. We could get something here. Was this unemployment? Okay, we're gonna go on Forex Factory. Okay, I don't think we're gonna... There's nothing right now. Yeah, unemployment claims supposedly came out at 8:30. Nothing happened, dude. Shit for SMT. Actually, there might be SMT here. We're getting SMT at the bottom of this gap. Never mind. We have a 4-hour for value gap. Right here. Wait, do we? It's super small. I'd probably just use this 1 hour for value gap. This is probably where we're drawing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, 1 hour for value gap. Okay, so this has got to be unemployment. If we get something like this, did we sweep the low? Left so many equal highs. I think we gotta be patient and wait for it to be more obvious that it's turning into a buy model, right? So we're probably gonna want to, since it's a 1 hour gap, we're probably gonna want to wait for a 5-minute CSD. So we probably have a ways before we should take a trade, but. This doesn't look like a data high, is the thing. Like, unemployment came out, but that's not looking like a data high at all. So, I don't think I would consider it a data high. But I am looking at these equal highs and this 1 hour gap here. We're getting SMT so far. So far we have SMT. Alright. So we got our higher time frame model, this weekly 4-hour model. This 1 to 1.25 is seeming to be the draw, right? This is a, if I measure this out, how did I measure it out before? Did I go from there to the low? Let's do the body to body. Okay. I think that's the most objective way to go about it. Okay. We might get something here. Okay, we got SMT so far at the bottom of this gap. Is this in discount? Huh. I don't think it's a discount. I don't think this is gonna hold. If I'm being completely honest, I think we're gonna go lower. Yeah, because we had this 1 hour rejection block. And then we have a 5 minute. Okay, I'm starting to see what's going on now. Push up into this. CSD here. Okay. Okay, so we could be drawing down into here. And this lines up with this low here. Okay, so within here, I might be looking for an inverse value gap to take us down to the 4 to 4.5. Did we get SMT at these highs? So 545, 7, 545. Yeah, we did. Okay. So I think you can definitely frame this as a sell model. I think people are going to try and go long here, and it's going to take us lower. That's because it's like I made a name for this. It's like I like to call it decoy liquidity. Like the people are going to try and long here, and this is a sell model in the short term. So I think we're going to dump down to the 4 to 4.25. Let's see if we swept any like liquidity. Yeah, we had a sweep of this. It wasn't anything special though, but still. And then we swept out London. So now I'll get rid of everything. I think we'll run down to maybe at least here. Okay. we should check StatMap because I still have it. I haven't gotten myself to stop paying for it. So, I mean, if I have StatMap, I might as well use it, right? Oh, look at that. The session distribution level right at the 4 to 4.5. Alright. Okay. And now let's do the 4 hour. Whoa, the 4 hour distribution level is at the exact same spot. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I think this could be where we're headed. Okay. So it's looking like we're about to inverse. I don't trust it. Maybe I'm a donut, but I don't trust it. I wonder maybe we'll inverse. We'll run up, and then we'll just have to see. Like this, it looks like a nice inversion. I'm not sure I trust it completely. I mean, maybe if there was SMT 235. Ah, there is SMT. Okay. I think we'll run up. I think we'll run up here. But I'm not sure if I'd take this. Oh, there was oh, that's a good inversion. I didn't see that. Okay, let's be on the lookout for a low time frame inversion. That would have been good. I should have taken that. Okay, I think what's gonna happen. Yeah, so we have SMT with this low. And remember, I think this is a 1 hour gap, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, actually, scratch the bearish idea. I think it's more likely that we're in a higher time frame buy model. No. you can kind of see how everything's interconnected, right? That cell model was within. Yeah. Anyway. So honestly, we're getting SMT. What a possible idea is if we get a 5-minute change of state delivery. That actually does not seem bad. I think this SMT is a lot stronger than this little tiny SMT. So I think this SMT overrides the old one. We also have this 15-minute gap. And so we could have a 1-minute model running in here. Yeah, I bet you this, we're gonna tap this 1-minute CISD. Let's equal highs all through here. Let's get rid of this. Standard deviations. You see there's the 1, there's a 2, there's a 3. Okay, I bet you this is what's going on. Not looking bad for sure. I'm tempted to actually maybe just take this as a flow state. I say let's just do it. This is, I mean, we got 15-minute for value gap. Sweep of this low. S&T. The S&T gives me a lot of conviction. I'm probably gonna take this. I think this is. I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. This is pretty good. And we're in discount too, right? Okay. We're in discount, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, I put a buy limit there. And then how do we want to do this TP wise? Might just do all off at the 2 to 2 point. There's a pretty good chance we keep going. Let's do 2 off at here, 1 off here. We did not tap the CSD. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do 1 off at previous week's high, 2 off at the 2 to 2.5. All right, we're playing the probabilities. I'm gonna probably step away if it gets filled, and I'm gonna put the limit order in. So I'm gonna put this take profit orders in.
Order filled.
Okay, stop loss is set. Let's go put up the TPs. First one, we're gonna take 2 contracts off at 20,229. So I'll take 2 off. Yeah, I'll take 2 off here. Whoa, how did that happen? All right, so 2 off there, and then I'm gonna take 1 off at previous week's high, which is 20,273. All right. This is where I step away and I just let it be. But whatever happens will happen. I think it's a good trade, so. Stop loss is set, yeah. 3, take profit. 2. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm just playing the probabilities. So like this is trading. If it, whatever happens, whatever happens. So. There's nothing I can do but just I already took the trade. Accept the outcome, whatever it may be. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm not changing anything. The trade is what it is, you know? I already took it. But I do like it. I do like the trade. So. Now we just watch and accept the outcome. And accept that it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. I mean, this is a giant SMT. And you would think this SMT in the bottom of the fair value gap would mean something, right? So anyway, whatever happens is whatever. I literally I'm not changing the trade. That's for sure. So it's not even allowed for me. So okay, just gonna lay down. Whatever. and so I'm trading it exactly how I'm supposed to execute it based off my back testing. So I'm not. Yo, what up? What up, marketing? So yeah, so this is my trade right here. Let's go over to the other screen. Yeah, we have a S&T 15-minute fair value gap, and then a 1-minute change state delivery, and it's also a 1-hour fair value gap. So, like I was saying, based off my back testing, I'm not gonna go break even until we hit this 2 to 2.5, and then I'm taking off 2. If we can hit that, I'm taking off 2 contracts there, and I'll leave 1 runner for previous week's high. But I'm expecting the worst, you know. I'm just gonna, whatever happens, happens. It's fine. Never mind, I took sale on 5-minute. We got 5 minutes until market open. There's value though in just saying like, hey, this is my trading plan. I'm gonna stick to exactly what I'm gonna do according to my plan, right? And so I like, yeah, like it sucks to wait to go break even until here, but that's what I should do according to my back testing. So I'm gonna follow it. I'm just gonna take the odds and take the probabilities. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm gonna take the trade as it should be and take the probabilities. So we got 3 minutes until market open. Yeah, like I was saying, there's value in saying like, here's my plan. I'm gonna execute it exactly as I should, and then I'm gonna journal it. And if it's a loss, we're gonna see why it was a loss, right? So I'm not gonna change my trade. I'm not gonna do anything other than just say, yeah, this is the trade I'm gonna take. Two minutes. One minute.
Stop field.
Did exactly what I was supposed to do. So yeah, I'll journal it. But I like that trade. I don't know. No, it's okay. Yeah, we had a 15-minute for value gap. We swept out the low. 1-minute CSD. Nah, it's usually how it goes lately. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe I should have waited for an inversion. Probably should have just waited for an inversion. I don't know. Maybe life. I don't want to say that it's messing me up, but like maybe it is. Cause like I don't know for sure. Like if I'm over analyzing, or and then it's leading me to take a trade that maybe I wouldn't have normally taken. But I don't think that's the case. I think I'm just talking. Okay, I should get off before I do something dumb. So, yeah. I don't know. If I'm feeling it, I might come back in like 20 minutes to forward test, but I don't know. I'm supposed to keep forward testing, but I'd rather preserve my mental capital. So, okay. All right. I'll see you later, marketing, and I will journal this. Talk to you later.